Welcome back to NerdoloPlays.
Nerdola drives.
Gertrude slithers up to you as the black wagon passes through the skies above her former abode.
Our kind who lurk below. Oh my goodness. They would scarce believe we soar above them now. We told them when Sandalwood came to fetch us that we shall not return for some time. Our most accomplished laborers, with whom we share so many moons in exile. We trust that they shall carry forth the reputation of our services, for we taught them all we know.
She seems almost nostalgic as she lists off the various services provided at Big Gertrude's. Curses, balms, potions, powders, cleaning reagents, sleep medicine, fungicides, seances. Big Gertrude's earned quite a name for herself throughout the downside for these and other things.
When we are finished here, provided we do not return from whence we came, we shall return to our establishment and carry on our business there, for there is much demand.
Okay.
The shunt.
Oh. Where are you going?
I'm surveying.
Okay.
Alright. So we can go to the lick sand?
Pamatha, express interest, or shunt?
The shunt. May.
You know you're gonna have to use her eventually.
No, I'm not.
Hey look, Karen of Hearts. House, Hob.
Karen of Hob.
You know, Karen is more than just, a big cleric.
Should I visit mud baths or
Lick sand.
Lick sand.
Lick sand? You want the lick sand?
Yep.
Let's land.
Let's lick the sand.
Lick sand. We've got a talker. It's our friend Bulfred! Bulfred is poring over a copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles. It still creeps you out that the trees can smile, but really when you think about it, you saw the Wizard of Oz once as a child, and
Lord of the
really
Rings.
this is much less terrifying than the apples that the trees were throwing, so we suppose we'll deal with it.
The Road to Freedom, written in a book that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all this is, my kin. Tell me something, though. I've spent so much time considering the book, but known so few with whom I could discuss it in much detail.
Oh my god, he's nerding out.
Mm-hmm.
You've had some time to turn through it by now, so what do you think? Worth all the fuss?
Nah, I've only skimmed it.
Come across whether your fair share of books, but none quite like this. Archaic you feel dense with lore that you are not concerned with. Rather reserve judgment until you have more reading time, or it's meant to be experienced and cannot be described.
I don't have a good answer for this. Because, you only skimmed it mentioned that, we still haven't seen everything. So.
But, this is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. But I also like this.
Yeah.
You tell Walford that you cannot begin to describe the book or the experience of reading it. He narrows his eyes, looking rather skeptical.
Well, perhaps with more time you may yet find the language to describe what you have read of it. At any rate, I was just making small talk, I suppose.
No talk you make is ever small,
You
Wolfred.
didn't nerd out hard enough.
I have a certain view of it myself, and find its contents rather fascinating. A portrait of an ancient time, a record of an age thought lost. But yes, it can be dense in spots.
He puts away his copy of the book with care.
Yeah, because he has his own copy, apparently.
It is amazing that these volumes have survived for all this time, I think. Whatever they are made of has withstood the ravaging effects of time quite well.
Literally, it says in the book what they're made of.
I mean, you just know it's a star beast, but
And the ideas there contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows of the existence of this book, despite official recognition of the 8 scribes. Although the reasons why are in there, written plain, how fascinating that secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me for my extracurricular interests in its teachings. I used to teach a version of its history.
Ooh, we got a little backstory on
To
it.
have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure.
Only small.
Let us be certain to preserve these volumes for whoever shall be next to use them.
How many copies does he have?
There are only 40 in existence.
How many copies does he have, though?
How many copies still exist?
He turns his attention to other matters. And we will see where everybody is. Cleaning her armor. Having a quick meal. Having a drink with Sir Gilman. Speaking in tongues. Sorry. Having a drink with Pamitha. Staring at the book. Napping someplace. Seems pretty solid. Good,
Yep.
good crew.
Explore Lixand.
The big sand is still raining too. Together with Pamitha, you venture forth into the stark badlands of Lixand to ensure the path is clear and check for anything of value. I don't think I'll ever get too used to all this traveling by land. You sense Pamitha's spirits lighten to some extent. The survey is brief and uneventful, leaving you with time enough to pursue your vocations on your return.
Ooh, Pamitha gets more hope.
Yay! So, do I mentor or forage?
That's a good question.
Or
I
what's the other
haven't
thing?
foraged since I first joined. This one's me reading by myself.
Yeah?
I haven't foraged since I started.
No, you
let's
haven't?
do it. I haven't done it in a while. Foothills. You said something in Pelican Rock Valley is here. And Celestial Residue. Money. Stardust.
You spend your money on Stardust anyway.
It's a good question. Well, there are some artifacts you don't have, and that are fucking expensive.
But I need another hit. There's something worth the burden of this expedition. Seems these lands cannot conceal all their secrets. Ooh, it's
We
one of
got
the
a good one.
expensive ones.
That's even more, because that's +6.
Fuck yeah!
Okay, yeah.
I win!
Nightwing's cargo.
I win! Boom!
You sure you want to just drop that on something that's not in someone's inventory?
Oh my goodness gracious. I want to know what it does. I like it. I like it a lot. I like this pound of stardust. Let me just, I've got a couple things to look at really quick. Just really quick.
+8. That's fucking disgusting. I honestly think you should start using someone other than Tizo for a while.
Yeah. I'm probably going to put it on this.
By aura casting, the aura burst may occur.
Half
Okay.
the time.
Cannot be used by harps or saps.
It's probably going to be a human. I'll test it. Since I put some cheap stuff into it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with Bertrude. But we will continue our journey. Yes.
To the cairn of Halb.
The Cairn of Hope. The
Okay.
Cairn.
By the way, we also didn't look at the rankings of everyone.
I tried. Oh.
Oh, it's Sledmar.
Somebody wants to talk to you.
Oh, it's you guys. Good, because I was thinking I could use a customer like Ryu real bad today, or just in general, you know.
You have one.
Boo.
You broke ass.
You could sell something.
Honestly, probably this.
Cause it's. I think it's funny that it's Jodariel's.
And I haven't been willing to use it
Yeah.
this whole time.
What the hell is that noise?
It's me.
It's her way to say
This one's the one that has presents.
Scribe Rock. I forgot what presence increases your aura. Yeah. What was the one that you just had on Sir Gilman?
Gilman? It's that whenever
No,
he...
which one? The blue rock.
Oh, the blue rock? At the start of the right, Pyre... Spirit's Pyre automatically gains +9.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of useless.
Yeah. But it's only rank 6. Like, if I were to use this on it, it goes up to 18.
Holy shit! Well, you are also doubling its level.
Uh-huh. That's what, Tamitha's team had that raised it by 35.
Well, I mean,
I
it's up to you.
wait for a bit longer. Well, I guess maybe I should pack it up for the day.
Yeah,
Who
shit
wants
going on
to
there.
talk to us? It's
Tamitha.
Tamitha. She's staring at the sky, watching the sky, nearby, dining alone.
Yes.
Praising the Underking, flipping through the book,
Jesus.
and checking the wheels for mites. May is going to be the next reader. You find Tamitha by herself again, though her expression is grown darker than her custom. Leave me be, would you, reader darling? Trying to get some good and proper moping done here, and you're distracting me. Okay, too late, I know.
What you?
Leave me be, reader. Just leave me be, reader. Just leave me be. You don't want to know what's lurking in my heart or mind. What you'll find there isn't pretty. Yet, something about her thought process is different to you now. You know that with her conditioning, she can resist your scrutiny, but now her thoughts are laid bare to you.
You need to go through the trials and turmoil. It's the only way you get closer.
How to volunteer her thoughts more readily if she has something to share. Bloop. Tamitha seems to be inviting you into her thoughts. You remain there in that lonesome space with her. What is it going to take, I wonder, Tamitha? Shall I just go ahead and kill them all? That would be proof enough, perhaps, about my loyalties to you and our sisters. Perhaps I ought to start with this one right in front of me. The bond between you severs as Tamitha opens her eyes and stares at you. Then she smiles sweetly and gives a gentle laugh. You see, reader darling, my thoughts are cumbersome at times. But do not fear, I have them very well under control. Still, thoughts being the loathsome things that they are, I nonetheless cannot fully suppress them. She exhales and looks askance. You know by now why I'm in this mess with all of you? You could say that I lacked Tamitha's sense of commitment, her zeal. She lives only to see our nation overthrown. If something worse if she could have her way. Centuries of conflict can be quite emboldening that way, especially when one's sister's leading cause of death is Commonwealth forged steel. Wielded with the utmost of mercy, of course. Well, I had little patience for the senselessness of it myself. Became a bit of a pariah, I suppose. I knew Tamitha was going to get herself and others killed some day, so when she was to fly out on this one big mission of hers, I had other arrangements made. But after she was caught, your people did not exactly uphold their end of the bargain. I knew there were such risks, of course, and yet a chance is still a chance. Tamitha was clipped and cast down. A mercy, they called it. I did not see it that way, and in my growing protest of her treatments, I was soon enough to follow. She falls silent for a while. I haven't yet decided if I entirely regret my actions, but I do seek Tamitha's forgiveness, and wish that she could see my thoughts for what they are, as it seems you can. Then she might realize our nation's people have more in common than she knows. Sometimes I wonder which of them's the stupider. She brushes past you and out of the wagon for now.
Bio update.
Well,
That was useful. Yep. Crime is conspiracy.
She is practical and easygoing. Conspiracy. She made repeated attempts to make contact with enemy combatants, taken into custody. As mercy guides our hand, we spare our lives, but rid ourselves of you from the sentencing ceremony. Insurrection. The record states she remained loyal to the High Wing remnants despite claims to contrary. In the downside, once past tends not to be a subject for discussion. She's been exiled for 4 years.
That one actually, I knew it would be 4 because Hedwin was 5.
Mm-hmm. She was a Talonese of the High Wing remnants who possesses the talent of her sisters, but not her single-minded zeal. She grew weary of fighting and decided she would put an end to it.
I'm gonna die.
She was more guilt-stricken by this turn than she expected. When she attempted to contact her blood sister in exile, she was told she could seek her firsthand and was in turn exiled.
Okay, so this entire episode of Bailey talking
Yeah.
to herself,
Baby
Yeah.
talks.
which is, I have to say, impressive. We have to end this episode.
Thank goodness, because I need water.
Okay, if you guys enjoyed Bailey's sultual voice, I guess.
Sultual?
I don't know.
Sultual?
What's sultual? Sultry?
Sultry, that's the word I was
I
looking
thought
for.
you were like going for subtle. I had no
Nope.
idea.
Oh, he was trying to combine sensual and sultry in one word.
Yeah, I guess that's really where it came from.
Okay.
Sultual.
Sultual.
Anyway, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.